What Kate has in common with the Queen Mother: for years, her forefathers worked underground in the north of England, extracting coal for slave wages. However, the coal pits where Kate Middleton's forefathers worked have an odd resonance, because they were owned by the late Queen Mother's family, the Bowes-Lyons. Even stranger, the Males New Royals section reveals that some of Kate's distant cousins used to own the mines where less fortunate branches of her family would eventually work, and that the Princess of Wales is actually related to the Queen Mother and her descendants, including William, of course. The story begins with a 17th-century landowner called Sir William Blackiston, who owned the magnificent Gibside estate, once painted by Turner, in Northumberland's Derwent Valley. On what was to become the royal side of the family, elder son Sir Ralph Blackiston inherited the estate from his father, while younger brother Nicholas, who was Kate's predecessor, was given some of the family's coal mines. Yet within only a handful of generations, their fortunes had diverged. One of Sir Ralph's descendants would be the richest woman in Britain, while one of Nicholas's heirs ended up in the workhouse. It was a twist of fate ensuring that, several generations later, Kate's mother Carol Middleton grew up a very long way from being aristocratic, let alone royal. It was Sir William Blackiston who had originally created the family fortune. A wealthy landowner, he married his wife Jane at the parish church of Grindon, in County Durham, in 1581. When he was 19 years old, and had 7 children including heir Ralph and spare Nicholas. After inheriting the Gibside estate on the death of his father, George, in 1586, he replaced the old house with a spacious mansion, Gibside Hall, displaying the royal coat of arms alongside the Blackiston crest over its entrance after being knighted by James I in 1617. The Blackiston fortunes flourished over the next century. Sir Ralph became first Baronet of Gibside on July 30, 1642. And Gibside heiress Elizabeth, granddaughter of Sir Ralph, married MP and Trinity College, Cambridge graduate Sir William Bowes, in 1691, so uniting two of the wealthiest families in Britain. He owned Streetland Castle, a Baroque stately home and country pile which stretched 1,190 acres and incorporated 20 farms. In Barnard Castle, County Durham, another of the Queen Mother's family seats, Mary Eleanor Bowes, Elizabeth Blackiston's granddaughter, was born in February 1749 and raised in Gibside. When her father, Sir George Bowes, who commanded a cartel of colliery owners, died when she was 11 years old, she became the wealthiest heiress in Britain. Elizabeth was the Queen Mother's great-great-great-grandmother. On her 18th birthday, she married John Lyon, 9th Earl of Strathmore, owner of Glommies Castle, the Queen Mother's childhood home and the birthplace of Princess Margaret. Her fathers will required that her spouse should take her surname to safeguard her inheritance, but his son and successor, the 11th Earl of Strathmore, elected to title himself Thomas Bowes Lyon, and the name stayed.